Hey, everybody. It's John Murphy, your Make 100 Healthy guy, along with sweet angel Cecelia. How you doing, Cecelia?
I am doing so awesome today. Just another sunshine day in our paradise.
Yes, and welcome to another episode of the Make 100 Healthy Club, the club everyone wants to be part of, to live to 100 years or more with health, happiness, and of course, purpose. And we are getting a lot of accolades. I think we just hit over 5,000 views.
Wow.
That's not bad we're just getting started, baby. We're just getting started.
That is just amazing.
And so one of the things that gives us great pleasure to be on the show, which is coming to you live from the Cast 11 studios in beautiful Prescott Valley, Arizona. What a great team here, Tony and Megan and the whole group. We are so blessed to have you behind the camera, and the production is really cool. So today is an amazing show. We got two amazing guests.
I'm so excited because I don't know where John finds all these amazing people, how they find him or he finds them. But today we got some really good topics to talk about.
We do. And we have some incredible people. I have a dear friend, a good guy that is just an overachiever, DJ Sheridan. He's going to be coming on in the next segment for Movement Matters. And he's got an incredible story, incredible life, and he's an inspiration to a lot of people. And then in our Arlene's Angel Spotlight, we have Laurie Fischer.
I know. I just could not believe that we've got her and that she's going to show up today.
She's a busy lady, just like DJs. We're all busy, but Laurie runs Rox Media, which is Prescott Living, Prescott Healthy Living, and Prescott Now magazines, and many more. But we're so happy that Laurie and Rox Media are a primary sponsor of our podcast. So thank you. We're going to talk to Laurie about her journey and her recovery from cancer. And so basically, what the blessing is for us to do this show is that, it forces us, it certainly forces me to do the extra thing, to go to the gym, to not eat that extra donut, to do things to make me the best I can. Cause nobody wants to take advice from a fat doctor.
That's right. That's right. And you know what? So, I agree with you. I did have a doctor and I was having some issues with my blood pressure, and I went in to see her and she told me, she said, Cecelia, you need to lose a little bit of weight. She's like 220 pounds. And I'm thinking, why is she telling me to lose weight when she's not doing that? So you have to lead by example.
Well, you know what? You can walk the walk, you can talk the talk, but you really need to walk the walk.
Yep.
And so,
and you know what, John? I think you have to switch things in your brain because, my husband loves donuts. And so before we started this podcast, to show my love for him, I would go to a special place here that has donuts and I would bring him donuts home. And then it dawned on me, what if I quit doing that? That shows how much I truly love him.
Well, there you go.
Because that's not good for his brain.
Well,
all that
listen,
sugar.
it's all about balance. So we're not perfect.
Right,
we don't want to be
right.
perfect. It's about living a balanced life in all areas: mental, physical, spiritual, financial, environmental, and social, and having a purpose.
Yep.
So, it is another great show. We want to invite you, please. It's all up, the link's there, to join our club. You know how much it costs, Cecelia?
I thought it was free.
It's 100% free.
Oh,
All you have to do is go to
awesome.
make100healthy.com/club. And we have some cool things in there. You'll be connected to our community, all the great things we're doing. This is growing. We come from Prescott and Prescott Valley, but this is a global message about living a long life with health and vitality. And so join up. There's going to be lots of good things. We're looking at having healthy conventions, healthy living conventions, and sharing positive message with you every day. So go to make100healthy.com/club and join the club.
And it's free. I mean, really, in today's world, when they say it's free, it's a little leery, but this is true. We want to inspire you, and that's what we're doing. We inspire each other, but you want to build that tribe around you that inspires you every single day when you get up, because without your health, you have nothing.
I have to say something, okay? I use a trainer. His name is Merlin. And he is working magic on me, by the way. So,
look at that.
The guns of Navarone. Anyway, the bottom line is that I could do all these things without Merlin. but it's having that accountability partner. I would make an excuse and say, I'll have another cup of coffee. I have to go to work. But if I have to meet Merlin and I'm paying Merlin, I'm going to show up. So anyway, the whole idea of our club is that we're a community and we encourage each other. We hold each other accountable. We want to do well. So that's our opening. And I understand, unfortunately, you had a passing in your family.
Yes, we did. And, I want to say that this is somebody that lived a really, really good life, lived to be 99 years old, almost made it to 100.
Okay.
But the one thing that I noticed that she had throughout her life was a purpose. Whether it was raising her family, whether it was singing. She had a beautiful angel voice. I mean, if you heard her sing Ave Maria, you would drop to your knees. She had such a beautiful voice. And so it just is nice to know that she's in my heart and she's going to be with our family. And we were just very fortunate to have somebody like her that was an amazing role model, just like my friend Elizabeth Ruffner. Yep. A lot of people in this community knew Elizabeth, and she lived to be 99, but she had a purpose every single day when she got up.
That's true. And if you don't have a purpose, you could actually be in physically okay shape and still pass away from loneliness, depression, no reason to get up. We want to give you a reason to get up. And now we go into our first segment, and this one is called The Heart of the Matter. 2 shows ago, we had Dr. Brava Reddy. He's a cardiologist, and he gave us 6 tips on how to keep your heart healthy. And that was really, really good. I have an article coming up called The Heart of the Matter, Heart to Heart with Dr. Reddy in Prescott Healthy Living Magazine, the new issue.
Wow.
Tony, I'll get you that so you can put that on the screen. And so today's Heart of the Matter is something a little more personal, and it's something that's timely. And that's the emergence of MAHA, Make America Healthy Again. Now, take any politics out of it. I mean,
health is not politics. I mean, how can we even look at health and our bodies and say that has anything to do with politics?
Well, you know what? Everything becomes politicized. Robert F. Kennedy Jr., I will say he's a blessing to this country and to the world because he's actually been empowered. And Trump, I give him credit because Trump is a control freak, and Trump is letting him do it.
Yeah, and Trump said the other day, I saw it was so funny. He said, when I was looking to pick somebody out, I wanted somebody that wasn't very controversial or didn't have any, baggage or anything. And then everybody started laughing because if you know anything about Robert Kennedy and the Kennedy family, I mean, I go back to JFK and those were the days of Camelot at the White House. And so we're just so fortunate that, and it's not just Robert Kennedy. It's the people that
he's just a figurehead.
He's the people he's bringing around. I met this lady by the name of Food Babe. If you go onto the internet.
I love the Food Babe.
Look at the Food Babe.
Hey, Food Babe. She follows us, I think.
Yep.
We follow you.
Her first name is Vani, Vanny. But anyway, she was the one that was out there telling people to look at your cereal and look at the colors in Twix and in all these different cereals.
She led that whole thing.
Yes. But over in Europe, in order to make orange, they use carrot juice. In order to make red, they use beet juice. But not here in America. We use red dye. Why is that?
Because there's about 3% difference in price, and these guys want to make more money, and they're using our health as a sacrifice. But it gets worse because then you get sick, and then you have medications, and now you're declined for life. So maybe that could have something to do with it. I don't know.
But that's what Robert Kennedy's doing, is he's bringing all of these different people around the country, around the world, and looking at everything, including the food dyes and stuff like that. And what's interesting is my grandchildren that are like 23, 24, 25, they're getting it. Yeah. They're getting it.
And that's the good thing. So the Food Babe, she went to one of like Nabisco or M&M Mars.
I think
she went to
Kraft.
Kraft or General Mills or Kraft. And she went there she was such
a passionate person. She had 450,000
and
signatures.
she really brought attention to the artificial dyes and the chemicals and the non-food items. And what did Kennedy say that really is paramount to our health? Eat real food.
Right.
It's pretty simple, right?
Right.
So there's some questions. We, Cecelia and her zest to tell everybody about our Make 100 Healthy Club podcast, she joined the Maha group and we joined, and then, they say, introduce yourself. So I introduced myself, and all of a sudden the lady who's the moderator, she's like, hey, you're not going to use this to politicize and publicize your business. I go, just telling you what I'm doing. And we've been doing this a long time. So, it was kind of funny that my first entrance into the Maha forum was like, she was beating me in the face. And I was like, hey, and be nice to me.
It's really difficult in today's world because you're trying to put something out there and it doesn't matter. There's going to be people that are going to come back at you.
We kissed and made up because it's all bigger than one individual agenda or purpose. And, showing grace to others that treat you badly is a sign of maturity and love and, representing the goodness of the world. And, Cast 11 is all about good news and signals, right? So
exactly.
A question, this is a question. Why America needs Maha? Okay. Why do we need Maha? Because we need a agency. We need a organization that is looking out for us and our best interest, our health, our wellness, not the big food corporate giants, not the media that get all the advertising from the pharmaceutical companies, us, our health, our bodies. And it's just a beautiful thing. And then there's one other. America has taken control of its health decisions moving forward. How great is that? I mean, we literally,
unbelievable.
And I say it's amazing because before Maha, you were eating, if you wanted to eat the foods, you had to eat the chemicals and the additives.
You just thought that the government was kind of taking care of us.
But this is years ago. When I was a kid, I remember getting, Snickers?
Snickers?
No, the peanut butter. Jif.
Oh, yeah. Reese's peanut butter.
No. And it would say, made with real peanuts.
Oh, I know what you're, the peanut butter.
What the hell are the other guys using? And so that will basically put us into the next correlation between Maha and Make 100 Healthy. Our group, the Make 100 Healthy Club, my original mission was to help grow 1 million new victory gardens in our country. Not personally, but to inspire others to do their backyard gardens. The victory gardens were a big phenomenon in World War II.
Right.
In fact, almost 50% of all the produce that was consumed by Americans was made in grandpa and grandma's backyard garden, and it was healthy. And then they would get an abundance, and what would they do? They would can it, and they would jar it, and they would preserve it. And then we won the war. And then the 50s, we had fast food, TV dinners. And we went away from that mindset. We're bringing it back. But now the victory is not patriotic. It can be because we want to have a strong nation, but it's more about our health and for our family. So we are going to be talking in future episodes about how victory gardens are so imperative when you learn how to grow food. And that's what we're doing at the Prescott Food Forest up at Be Organic Farm. We teach people how to grow food. It's a life skill that you need. Right. You actually need this life skill. Hopefully you'll never have to have it, but it's something you should learn. And what's great about what we're doing is we take people that learn and then they help volunteer, grow food, and then we give it away to the local food charities. Solid Rock Food Ministry, St. Vincent de Paul, Paulden Food Bank, Yavapai County Food Bank, and others. So it's a full eco-cycle. What we're going to announce with our Victory Garden family is that we are going to start auditioning people, casting people to be on our God Squad.
Oh, I love that. How did you come up with that name, the God Squad?
Gardeners of Destiny, G-O-D.
Oh, wow.
And really, when you talk about holistic and you talk about being close to the earth, you can't help but look at all the abundance that God gave us. Okay, the higher power, whatever, the universe.
Wow.
But these God Squad will be paid high schoolers, college people, and adults that will get trained on how to go to people's homes. Let's say you're a widow and you have a garden and your husband did it for 30 years.
Yep.
And you still have the garden.
Yep.
But you can't do it. You're not up to it. You're not. So we're going to bring people in there. So
John, I just had a lady call me last week, and I'll go and I'll get her telephone number. And she said that exact same thing to me. She said, I don't have the strength anymore to take care of my garden. Do you at Visiting Angels, can you send somebody out here to do the gardening for me? Well, that's not what Visiting Angels, I can't do that. But I could turn her over to the God Squad.
That's right.
I love that.
So now, how does it correlate to the Victory Garden? Well, if you want to grow a Victory Garden, you don't know how to grow a garden. We're going to bring our God Squad to help you grow your garden.
Great idea.
This is all
Great idea.
This is all about forging relationships with the community. You know, gardening is multi-generational, and I invite you to go to PrescottFoodForest.com and see what we're doing. And we have our next segment coming up. Before we go to that, though, we do want to do a promotional plug for our annual fundraiser. It's the 3rd annual Rock the Garden Open Charity Golf Classic at the club at Prescott Lakes on Tuesday, April 28th. It's a 9 a.m. shotgun. We've got great bands. So we have live bands throughout the course. We have DJs, we have awards, and it's all to raise money for our gardening education program and to fund our God Squad and our holistic healing garden that we're going to talk a little bit about with Laurie in just a little while.
I need to let Maha know about this. I need to go online and let them know about this.
Let them know. Just don't mention my name. So
this is, I love the God Squad.
Yeah.
Great idea.
So I'd like to go to a little clip, a promo from last year's Rock the Garden Open, and we'll be back right after this. Hey everybody, come on over to where the band is playing. You can hear me screaming and I'm on the way. Now we're headed out toward the door. Welcome back. And I am so stoked. Cecelia, I know a lot of people, and there's not that many that I could say this guy is unbelievably outstanding, and he's a go-getter. He's a warm, great person. DJ Sheridan, welcome to the show, my man.
Thank you, John.
Welcome to the Make 100 Healthy Club. You're now an official member of the club.
I am happy to be here. So it sounds amazing hearing all of what you guys are talking about.
Well, thank you. Thank you. And so DJ and I are fellow real estate agents in the Quad Cities area.
Okay.
He has done a lot of things in real estate throughout the country as
Where
well.
did you two meet? Where did you meet?
I don't know.
Probably at an open
Some
house or
networking-
some networking event.
It was an open house. It was. I saw you, and anyway, the bottom line is that's just a small. That's what pays the bills.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And we're really good at it. Congratulations, top 25 out of 2300.
Yes.
I was top 50, so I'm not
There
too
we go.
shabby.
Wow.
You know,
Wow.
but my golf game's probably better than this. It's a balance. Talk about balance life.
You want to move up 25 spots, you got to sacrifice the golf game.
Well, so I met DJ, and then he is the founder, and he and his wife Candace Devine from Ponderosa Grove.
Yes.
They great original band. They formed something called the Pure Imagination Festival. Why don't we talk about that real quick?
Yes.
Because it's amazing what you brought to this town.
And I met your wife years.
Yes,
well,
you did.
She wasn't your wife at the time, but I met
years
her
ago.
Years ago.
Yes.
Wow.
But no, we started the Pure Imagination Festival, kind of similar of what we're talking about is, health coming out of COVID, but it was also the mental health coming out of COVID.
Yeah.
We realized how many people were battling, whether it was vax, non-vax, blue, red. There was so much hatred. And what is the one thing that brings everyone together?
Music.
It's music.
I love
and
it.
food, if you want to say that.
Yeah,
But music and food.
Yes.
And so that's what made us start this. And so we've been doing it. We're going on our 5th year.
Wow. Wow.
All right.
Wow.
And is it happening again this year?
We're taking a break in 2026.
Yeah, no, I think that's good. Yeah. But you know
Okay.
what? It's going to come back bigger and better than ever.
2027. There's a lot to share. Can't do it today, but we have a lot of things in store for
That is
2027.
so exciting.
So DJ is a multi-talented guy. He also, and this is amazing, he has his own TV show on HGTV called The American Dream. Wow.
Yes.
And tell us about this and how'd you get this? And tell us what it's about because it's so awesome.
It's really an amazing concept. They're doing it all across the country, but obviously through the last few years, we've had a lot more people moving into smaller rural markets. And so they've been looking for someone in Northern Arizona. And I got found somehow. And we're highlighting, 80% lifestyle of Prescott. Why do we love living here?
I love that.
Showcasing all of that wonderfulness about our town.
And is it all of the greater Prescott
It's going to be the greater.
Includes
Eventually,
Chino
we're
Valley?
looking to build something for Flagstaff, Sedona, Verde Valley, Prescott. But right now, we're focusing basically on the Quad Cities.
Cottonwood and Sedona,
exactly.
Camp Verde.
Well, all of Northern Arizona.
Yeah.
So I hear you shot your first show. It's in the can.
It's in the can.
Now this, we will be on the air before it airs. Tell us the date that it airs and the time.
It will be February 15th, which is a Sunday right after Valentine's Day at 5 p.m. And so it airs on HGTV, but if you happen to miss it, you can also stream it on Roku TV, Bloomberg, CNBC, Amazon Fire, and Fire Stick.
And will you be in it? Will you be
He's
in
the
it?
host.
I'm the host.
He's the host. It's his show.
Oh my
So it's neat. I designed the whole concept, write the storyboard, and submit it to the producers.
Now, did you work like with the Prescott Valley Chamber or the Prescott Chamber or the city or anybody?
No, they found me, and I got to work with them to get film permits, so I have to do. But no,
Well, and another hat he just put on is he's now the chairman of the Prescott Chamber of Commerce. I was showing you. I said, this guy's everywhere. Tell us how you got this and what does it entail, and how can we help you with your.
There's lots we can always help with, but we're on. I've been on the board of directors for the Prescott Chamber of Commerce for the last 3 years, and they asked me last year, "Hey, we're looking for someone to step into the new board chair in 2026," and I said, "What can I do?"
Yeah, and that's what they did with John and I with the city of Prescott.
Right.
They were forming this. It was an organization.
Well, it was the Mayor's Commission for Well-Being, and Greg Mengarelli was the mayor.
Yeah.
And Billy Orr was a council member, mayor pro tem, and she recruited me and she made me the chair. And then we put our board together and that's what this Genesis started together. And we looked at ways of creating well-being, a quality of life. And it's all about balance. It was during COVID and we did a survey and we were going to do a hydration hike on Peavine Trail. And people were up in arms. How could you go outside?
It's COVID. It's COVID.
Oh yeah, sunshine, hydration, movement. What's wrong with that?
None of that is bad for you.
Well, back then everything was politicized.
Exactly.
But I guess
not like now.
What I'm saying is that when people come to you and they want you to volunteer for something, we all say yes, yes.
Billy Orr was hard to say no to.
I could not say no to her.
No,
never.
So DJ, all those things are great, and you have a great family, and your son, I know you call him Bodie.
Yep,
are you a little Bodie?
How old is he?
He just turned 10 in September.
He's a rock star,
and he's a full-on rock star. He got all my wife's musical talents, and good thing he didn't get mine.
And your wife is not just only beautiful; she's talented and gracious, and I love the band, Drew Hall. And it's just another example of the wealth of talent, and just Prescott. We film live from Prescott, but we are we're very blessed to be in this community, and the messages that we share are global, but the local music scene here,
it's unbelievable,
is just an amazing group of people. And Ponderosa Grove is not just local anymore. They're national. Yeah. And they've been on tour. Derek Trucks Band, is that right?
Yep. Tedeschi Trucks Band. They were touring with them for a little bit. Wow. They did a little bit with another artist that I'm blanking on, but Tedeschi Trucks was the biggest one. And that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I'll share some private stories after that.
All right. Let's see.
Hanging out with the band.
It's a family show, my friend. So now the reason that we initially reached out to you was, I see you on, on the internet. I see you selling stuff. And I'm like, that's cool. I always like it. But I go, look at this guy. He can jump like 4 feet in the air. And I go, how come you're such a fitness fanatic? And you shared a very, very compelling story that I think is informative to anybody out there that is using an excuse not to take action with what you need to do. Tell us what happened.
Sure thing. In 2013, I had an unfortunate ATV accident where flipped the ATV, roll cage, landed on my arm and seized it. Got taken to Prescott YRMC Hospital and they looked at it, thought they were going to have to amputate my arm and helicopter vac me to Phoenix. And I'm sitting there in Phoenix, arm seized up like this. I was a bartender. I was a server. I was acting. I was doing real estate in California. And I was like, oh, okay, this arm's going to heal up in a couple months. Took 1.5 years for the arm to heal. And the only thing that got me better was strengthening everything, strengthening my mind, strengthening my body, eating healthier. I've always been into fitness. I've always been hiking. I've always been athletic, but I was never consistent with it after the age of, let's say, 23.
Because you have a lot of
25.
obligations, all these other things you're doing. It's easy to put that on the side.
Hats that I have to keep wearing.
But this forced you.
It knocked you down and you had to bounce up.
I had lower back issues at 26 years old. I'm 39 today. I don't look 39.
Today's your birthday?
No, but I'm 39.
We're going to bring your cake out.
2026.
Oh, we can't have
no
cake.
cake.
But for as a very young age, I was battling an arm. I was battling lower back issues. And it was just like, what do I need to do? And after trying chiropractor, acupuncture, massages, I was doing everything. And I saw one naturopath that talked to me. He's like, strengthen your tree trunks. Your legs. Get these stronger and that will get your back stronger. Get the mobilities in your arms and all these different exercises that I do. Because the doctors all said, when you're 60 or 70, this arm's going to give you all kinds of problems. So I'm trying to get ahead of it and make sure that if I can do everything I can for 40, 50 years, hopefully I'll limit whatever issues that might come.
So, the lesson. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I just want to know, what kind of diet do you follow? Are you...
Well, it's funny. You guys were talking about, all what Maha is doing. And the biggest thing that I feel like they did in the most recent weeks is they flipped that food pyramid.
We just talked about that last week.
Upside down.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So I've been following that diet for many, many years. I'm a very high protein, lots of vegetables. Low carb. Mm-hmm.
I'll be darned. Isn't that something that for all these years, that's been upside down?
A lot of eggs in my diet. For years it was eggs are high cholesterol. They're bad for you. Butter. It's all those natural fats, all the protein is what our body needs.
It's an amazing time to be alive.
It
is.
It
is.
And I
so
feel like
exciting.
everybody's ascending mentally, physically, and spiritually.
Absolutely.
And it all comes from what you eat.
1,000%.
And so DJ, I think that your challenge, and we talked about this before we came on the show, your challenge forced you to take extra action to protect your health. And folks, if you're at home and you're watching this in your chair and you're just, chilling out and saying, this is really cool stuff. Well, I challenge you, get up, move. You got to move your body. And if you don't think you can do something, you probably can't because you've already convinced yourself you can't do it. However, once you take that first step, there's a great author named Ken Pritchard. And Ken talked about the duck that glides across the pond. And it's beautiful and graceful. But underneath, those fins are churning like this. So, the bottom line is that you are that guy. You're churning it. You make it look graceful.
You have to take action. Everything is a choice, And when I was sitting on the couch and I'm depressed about my arm, what am I going to do with my life? Nothing's moving in the right direction. It was, okay, you have two choices. You can continue to keep being depressed this way, or you can get up and move your body. And just that little bit of movement every single day fires so many cylinders in the brain.
But it started up here.
It has to start up here. Well, I always look at it. I can have the choice of taking it easy and not doing anything with my arm and not doing the hard thing that day, which the hard thing is waking up early, eating healthy, go to the
showing
gym, showing up. But the other choice is many years down the line, doctor bills, unhealthy visits. Not,
you know what they say, you either pay me now
or you're going to be paid in the future.
Later.
Either way, you're going to pay. So I'd rather do the hard today and set an example, not only for myself, but I've had so many people through social media reach out to me like, you inspired me. You got me to get up today. You
and
did
for your son.
And my son. And so he goes to the gym with me too.
Most important. He's great too.
He's great.
But I'm going to tell you, it's amazing. And you don't need the accolades, but it's nice that you're making an impact. So today I was coming back from my morning Bible group and I stopped at Starbucks and I have my one bad habit. I like a ham and cheese croissant every Wednesday morning.
You told me about that.
And so I buy the guys that come with me and I'm at the window and the girl says, are you John from the Prescott Food Forest up in Chino? And I'm like, I guess they have a camera there. I never knew that. I'm going to have to dress up next time I go to get a cup of coffee. And she goes, I go, yeah, how do you know? She goes, well, I was on your website last week and I'm thinking about coming up. I go, amazing. Why don't you come to our open house launch party on Saturday? Anyway, when you do things, you do them for the right purpose. the universe has a way.
You can inspire others.
And you inspire others, but the universe pays you back 20 times by the good impact you make on others. DJ, if you had to give someone who is not really active, okay, you said you made the decision, but what is the simplest thing you can give people to get them started in the right direction?
So when I got started, because I hate running, I absolutely despise running, but I figured sign up for a marathon because you hate it so much that if you can accomplish doing that, all the other hard things in life should seem a little bit easier.
Right.
But you don't train for a marathon by going out and just running 26.3 miles.
Right.
No, you got to start 1 mile at a time. And I go out and run that mile. I'm like, cool. I had to walk 5 times during that mile.
It's okay.
And then a week later, and then a week later.
You were the duck on the pond.
And then all of a sudden I'm running that mile fully. So the point of that is it's one day at a time. It is one step at a time. And every day is a choice. But you wake up and even if you just hit that alarm clock and you get outside and you stretch for 5 minutes, that's an accomplishment. Celebrate the small wins.
Just take one step at a time.
You're not going to just look in the mirror and look like Arnold Schwarzenegger after a couple workouts. But
nor would you want to.
Nor would you want to. That's a whole different level. But it's consistency. And that is what I've learned. Consistency in your diet, consistency in moving, all of it. Consistency in your mindset as well. This is more important than anything.
And my husband was a marathon runner for years. And we used to go to all the big, runs and stuff. But he would leave Saturday morning. He was the general manager at the Hacienda. And he would leave the Hacienda and he'd be gone for 4 hours because he was training. He was training for those marathons. And he said that when he got to the 17th mile of the 26 miles that he was running, he said at the 17th mile, it becomes mental.
It's all mental.
It's no longer physical.
It's all mental. It really is.
So, not only are you what you eat, but you are what you think. And if you give yourself a positive perspective on something, and that's why I bring people on, and we're going to have some people in there, octogenarians that are still playing pickleball, kicking butt in golf, and active in a lot of ways, because it's not to really talk about them. It's if they can do it, you can do it. So, DJ, thank you so much
guys.
for this
It's such a
amazing time
with you.
Hey, it's all about good stuff. And when you put good stuff in the world, it comes back to you. We wish you the absolute best.
This isn't the last you're seeing of me. We're going to be doing a lot more outside of this podcast.
Are you on Facebook under JD?
DJ. Yes.
DJ.
But yeah, DJ Sheridan is where I'm at.
DJ, I'll find
DJ Sheridan is a realtor in town. He is the new host of The American Dream on HGTV. It's a national show. I'm so proud of you, my man.
Thank you, John.
I don't say that in any, condescend. I say that in admiration and affection. And, I can't wait for Pure Imagination to come back, and maybe we'll be involved with that. And
absolutely.
We'll teach people how to, grow healthy.
Maybe, how about this? At next year's golf tournament, which will be the 4th annual.
Yes.
How about we'll have 4 tickets, VIP tickets as a sponsorship waiting for whoever
All right.
does
Remember,
a whole
this is on tape.
Something, whatever they do.
You're a good man. God bless you.
Yes.
Continued good success. And the show is, give it a plug right now for your show.
It's on HGTV. First episode about Prescott, Arizona will be on February 15th. So stay tuned. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook. I will be sharing it all over Prescott.
All right. And hopefully you'll share this too. Because
absolutely. This will be shared first.
All right. Well, we have another amazing guest. Laurie Fischer is not only the owner and the editor and publisher of Rox Media's magazines, she's a philanthropist. She also has the Whiskey River Tavern and so many other things. And we're going to talk to her right after this brief message.
Visiting Angels, America's choice in home care.
Welcome back, everybody. It's John Murphy, your Make 100 Healthy Guy, with sweet angel Cecelia. Cecelia, we have an abundance of beautiful people coming to see us on our podcast.
It just amazes me because I flash back to Prescott like 30 some years ago. And, we had a lot of really good people, interesting people, but nothing like we have now, because there are people that have been transported to us and, they're just amazing.
Well, and one of the segments that is one of the ones from my heart is the Arlene's Angel Spotlight. And this segment is brought to you by Visiting Angels and also the Make 100 Healthy Foundation. The Arlene's Angels Award we give out every year to somebody that reflects a charitable heart, somebody who gives to others and is a contributor to the community as a teacher. And so we are so pleased to have a very special guest, someone that I've known for many years. I've been honored to be a writer in Prescott Healthy Living magazine every month. And we want to welcome to the show, Laurie Fischer.
Thank you for having me.
Laurie, it is so good to have you here. And, you run Rocks Media.
Yes.
And some of your flagship magazines are Prescott Living.
Yes.
Prescott Healthy Living, Prescott Now, and so many others, right?
Yeah, we do Northern Arizona luxury living. And
Wow.
we do the visitor guides for Prescott and all the welcome relocation guides here for people.
And so that is a big undertaking. That's a massive job in itself. But as they say, but wait, there's more. Laurie owns Whiskey River Tavern, one of the hottest, greatest places on Whiskey Row with live bands, great music, and a lot of private events. Tell us about Whiskey River Tavern.
Oh gosh, it's been fun.
I you've done a great job.
Yeah, I was going to say, I remember when you moved here.
Yeah, it's been about 6 years now. And I moved here to sort of semi-retire and realized
did a poor job.
I didn't do a great job there and took over Rocks Media and then decided to buy a bar.
Wow.
So it wasn't planned.
Wow.
And, it's been a crazy 4 years of owning the bar, but fun. It's been great. Great
it's
people.
all interconnected, right? I mean, it's all part of the community.
It is.
And so with your different magazines, you're everywhere. I mean, you have great distribution and Prescott Living is really lifestyle about our area.
Mm-hmm.
Prescott Healthy Living is featuring articles from, health enthusiasts, experts.
But the covers are so
Oh,
beautiful.
thank you.
I got to
the
tell you
graphics are great.
that as soon as they're out there on the stands, I always go and I get a couple of them
good.
and I put them on my coffee table in my house, so when I have guests come over,
There you
they're just so beautiful.
They're always fun to pick those covers.
So you have a really high quality, format in all your magazines. Tell us the secret of putting out so many high quality magazines.
Well, first, it's having a great team that can do it.
Yeah.
And
Christina's great.
Christina's my assistant.
I love
She's
her.
amazing. And we got
Hey, Christina.
great. Yeah. Hey, Christina. And we've got a great crew. And
Graphic designers are great.
we have graphic designers. We have our own staff writers. We've got, assistants help me. I couldn't do my job without everyone involved. So.
And I know how hard this is because when I lived in Tempe for probably 10 years before we moved up here. But one of my very best friends was Judy Todd. And she put out the Tempe magazine.
Okay.
Do you know who her son is?
No.
David Spade.
No way. I had no idea.
And
Oh.
so her and I used to, get together and have coffee and lunch and everything. She told me, how difficult it was because you got to get out there. You got to sell the advertising. You got to make it so that people want to read it every month. And it's not an easy job to do.
Well, I've been in this business for 35 years. And when I took over Rocks Media here in Prescott, it was really important to me to have great distribution because you need to have it out there for people.
And that was already established,
and
right?
We went we had 2 magazines to 12 now.
Wow. So
Throughout
you've
Arizona.
really taken it to the next level.
Yeah. And it's a great team, but we realized that health and wellness is so important to me. And these magazines, and I was like, we need something here in Prescott that's health and wellness related, along with other magazines. But it's really been fun creating them and getting content that people want to read, not just ad after ad after ad. So it's great editorial content.
So when we spoke a few months ago, I said, we're doing a healthy longevity podcast, the Make 100 Healthy Club. And, I'd like to be able to, feature some of the articles I've written over the years in our archives, which Christina sent me all the links, which we'll have here. Mm-hmm. And, Laurie's like, you know what? Health and wellness is so important to me. We want to support that. And so we have formed the Make 100 Healthy Foundation, and Rocks Media have formed a sponsorship, partnership, an alliance to share the best holistic, healthy habits to make your life a little bit better, to give you a little bit more information that you might not have.
And inspire people.
A lot of inspiration at Prescott Healthy Living. So we're blessed and thankful that you've supported what we're doing. But I think one of the reasons that I asked you to be our this week's Spotlight for Arlene's Angels Award is because of your journey and what that journey has done to affect the person that you are today. Can you share a little bit about what you went through and how it has, impacted your life up to this moment?
Absolutely. Well, I was 21 years ago diagnosed with breast cancer. Jeez. And was, that was a blow and didn't expect that at age 32.
Wow.
So yes, I got diagnosed with breast cancer, found out that it was genetic. I didn't know that either. Went through chemo, radiation, and surgeries after that. And it just put a different perspective on life for me. My kids were little. They were 2 and 4.
Wow.
My little boys.
How scary.
So it was a scary time.
Scary.
But I had a great support team, and it was an experience, obviously they'll never forget, but it's also helped me with other people. So when people hear my story, I'm an open book about my breast cancer to other women or men or whoever wants to talk about it. And I'm here to do whatever I can for the health and wellness and people to get checked early and be aware of their body and
prevention, early detection.
Yes. I caught it myself, went in, I was working out at the gym, found a lump and went right in and there it was. Yeah. So a lot of people ignore that. And I try and get the word out about that. So this health and wellness publication was really important to me to get out in the community for all kinds of things. So
I'm sorry that happened, but out of the fact that it did happen, how has that affected how you look at things? How is that impact? I mean, when you get cancer at 32 years old, that, has got to be scary. What was your original, obviously you're like, oh my God.
Little kids.
And how did you turn that into such an outstanding, vibrant life?
I don't know. You just do it.
One step in front of the other.
One day at a time.
Right. There you go.
You're a mom and 2 babies and you figure it out. But I've always been into health and wellness, but didn't expect that blow.
Right.
So when I got it, I realized I had a great support team and I laughed through my chemo treatments, watched comedies during my chemo treatments because I didn't want it to get me down and get into my head too much because it's already there. So I made sure that I was around people that were positive at all times, even going through everything and realized I have it.
Yeah.
Next here, what do we do next?
So you surrounded yourself with upbeat people,
absolutely.
Situations. Laughter is great for the soul.
Yes.
Right.
And so have you continued to try to emulate that circle of friends and influence, and how important is that to your ongoing well-being?
Oh, it's on a daily basis. I only try and be around positive people. And that's hard, as you never, it's just life, but positive, and life's too short. Right. And you do the best you can during a day. And I work out more than I ever do. And I always have some plan, whether it's weightlifting or running a marathon, a half marathon, or doing anything just to keep yourself busy and healthy, because the alternative is not an option.
That's right.
And the thing is, for me anyway, as far as, working out or running or, is that it helps me mentally.
Oh, it's huge.
And I can't believe, and I have what I call an army of angels in northern Arizona. I probably have, 7,500 angels. And what I'm trying to teach them is that in order for them to go out and help other people, they have to take care of themselves. Yes. They've got to take care of their body, because if they don't take care of themselves, they can't go out and help other people. And I tell them that on there's days that I'm in the office and I just say that, you guys, I'm out of here. And I wear my tennis shoes. The majority of the time I wear my tennis shoes because I got to be able to go out that front door and I can go for, a mile or two, but it's the mental when I come back, know.
Sorry. One of the things is, a common thread is to do it one step at a time, one day at a time, and to do little things consistently, because then it's not so overwhelming, right, Laurie?
It's kind of like brushing your teeth.
Yeah.
You do that every day. You should get up and brush your teeth.
Keep moving forward.
Yeah.
Make healthy choices when you can. And
so how long was it before you got a clear bill of health that you didn't have any cancer?
Well, they say 5 years, I think, is where they look the marker. But
and it's that's a long time ago.
21 years now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
congratulations.
How old are your children now then?
They're 27 and 29.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
so what a blessing is to see your children grow up. I'm sure at that moment when you were diagnosed, you're like, will I be here?
Oh, of course. That's as a young mom.
Yeah. Wow.
And actually, I was going through divorce at the time. So I was going through divorce and had 2 babies and breast cancer.
Wow.
It just all hit at once, and you're like, what do I do? But your main thing as a mom or as a parent, I would think, is your children's well-being. So you just go.
So you were selfless like a mom should be, right?
Sure.
For the most part. And you just, powered ahead.
Yeah.
So what brought you to Prescott?
Well, my youngest went to college up at NAU.
All
When he
right.
graduated high school, my husband and I said, now we can go. We'd always wanted to move to Prescott. And I'd been visiting here for, 20 years.
Wow.
And we just didn't want to move the kids at that time. So as soon as he was going to college, we decided to move to Prescott to semi-retire.
Yeah.
And here we are.
Well, and while this show is global, national and global, we are proud of our Prescott area, our whole family feeling.
Yes.
Tell us what you love about Prescott.
Well, I love the pace of Prescott.
Yeah.
From where I'm from, this is a lot slower pace, which I love. Land.
Yeah.
And the people are just nicer here.
People smile. I
They
go down
smile and say hi. And
I go down to Scottsdale and I'm on Pinnacle Peak and we're like, hey, how you doing? It's like, let me see your 401k. Should I say hello to you?
I find my husband and I laugh when we go other places. We always look at people and say, hi, how are you? Or have a good day. And they look at us like we want something or we're crazy. I don't know what it is. And we laugh. We're like, oh, we're out of our element now.
But it is something about our hometown here that, there's a sense of community. Like we just had DJ on.
Yes.
What a great guy.
Yeah.
He has his new show coming out, which is amazing.
Excited for him.
The American Dream. How great is that?
I could not
And
believe
so,
that.
Laurie, what is in the future for you? What is on your to-do list since you have so much extra time?
Oh, gosh. Well, I'm trying to do more for me. Outside of work.
Sure.
I love what I do for work. I don't have stress in my work, which is nice because I love what I do.
Yeah.
So I just signed up for a half marathon.
All right. Which one?
The Grand Tetons in Wyoming.
Oh, right.
For actually one of my best friends from 3rd grade, one of her triplets got lymphoma last year and just finished her last treatment. And I went down to ring the bell with her and she asked me to do this marathon with her. So we're doing a half marathon in Wyoming.
So is that up in Jackson Hole or is it Pinedale?
It's in the National Park of the Grand Tetons. So,
wow.
So
what month?
June 6th.
Oh, the weather will be beautiful.
So you're in training right now?
I'm in training for that now.
Okay.
Wow.
How many miles are you running a week now?
I'm up to 9 miles
go a little
week.
bit.
So I'm on this path. And it's the app that tells me what I'm supposed to do each day. So it's great.
And that literally, our Make 100 Healthy Club is that. Yeah. Set a goal. Do something.
Yes.
I mean, as you said, initial goal might be walking down to the bottom of your driveway and getting the mail.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And then the next day, you're going to go to the corner. And the next day, you're going to go to downtown. Yeah. And so, what we try to do with this show is we try to share that anybody can do anything, but the difference between a dream and reality is one word.
Action.
Yep.
You got to take the action.
Take action.
You gotta walk the walk, not just talk the talk. A lot of people, my dad used to say, I say this all the time, everybody knows what to do. Everybody knows not to eat bad food. Don't drink alcohol. Don't stay out late. I'm like, well, what am I going to do? I want to, and that's what we're healthy longevity, but it's not about living a life of chastity. It's to enjoy, to embrace, to celebrate. And, whether it's a marathon or whether it's our July 4th downtown or a family. My daughter just got married this summer and it was a great wedding.
Right.
And, I love being at the stage in my life where it's not about me. It's about my children and other people. So, Laurie, if you had advice for someone who is, challenged with, possibly not getting out of neutral and they are a little down and frustrated and maybe down on themselves, what would you say to them as a recipe to enact action in their life?
Find something that makes you happy.
Right. Yeah.
And start small.
There you go.
I wasn't always a runner, wasn't always a weightlifter, which I do. But I was walking to the corner. But what I recommend is maybe grab a couple girlfriends or guy friends, whatever, and that surround yourself with people who are positive and don't bring you down. And
have accountability partners.
And have accountability. That's why I use an app. It tells me when I'm running too slow, too fast. You didn't run today or whatever it is. And it makes me it keeps me motivated.
I have a wife for that.
Right. Yeah.
So anyway, we really are so happy you're here. So grateful that you spent the time in supporting what we're doing and what we're trying to share. We're synergistic in everything we do. And it's all about inspiring people to take small actions to make small changes. You know, an action you always think is like a running or something, but you know, taking sugary, high fructose foods out of your diet. That's a small step. But guess what? By doing that, you'll have the energy maybe to take the second step. Because a lot of people are inflamed. A lot of people are not healthy. And when you're not healthy, you don't feel like running. So it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. So,
and I think you have to love yourself. And a lot of people go through their lives, and it doesn't matter if you're in your 20s or your 30s, 40s, 50s, 70s, 80s, what have you. I think you have to get to the point in your life where you say, I love myself. So why would I want to put that crap in my body?
Yeah.
You know, and if I love myself, let's get up and let's go for a little, walk and let's, know. So I think it boils down to you have to love yourself.
You know what? It's like the mother and a daughter on an airplane. They say, make sure that you put your mask on first before hers, because if you can't help yourself, you can't help her.
That's right. Absolutely.
So, Laurie, thank you for being a guest on the Making Healthy podcast. And we're looking forward to doing great things and impacting health. And we're going to be fans watching you as you do your half marathon.
Yes, I want to follow. Are you on Facebook?
I am.
I'm going to follow you. I was born and raised in Wyoming.
Oh,
and we still have my family, we still have a cabin outside of Pinedale, Wyoming. Oh. So that's why I was asking you where you're going to be running. But I want to follow you and do some videos. You know?
We're actually going to be doing a running in our Prescott Healthy Living magazine. The girls of Fox Media and a few other people locally, we're joining a team for the marathon on Whiskey Row as well.
All right. So when is that date?
That's in October.
May.
No, September, October. Okay. It's later in the year. So we'll have little baby steps on how to get started to run, walk, get ready for a marathon.
Perfect.
And my husband has ran that several times, marathon. And like he said, you go up like, so many miles and you go down and then you go up and you go down. So he said it's one of the toughest ones. He's ran several marathons around the country. He said that's one of the toughest ones,
You're not supposed to tell her that.
Well, but if you can accomplish that, can you imagine? Oh my God.
So Rox Media is going to have a foursome at our Rock the Garden Open, our third annual Rock the Garden Open. I need to get, I'm looking for one more band, like three pieces. So let me know. Maybe we could do something with, together. We'll give Whiskey River Tavern, that will be the spot of that. And so, things are good. Yeah, we're just having fun. And it's funny. And I use the word organic, but all of our relationships have happened organically, mostly because we give and we're open to others. And that's really the reason why I asked you to be this week's episode's spotlight for Arlene's Angels Award. It's something that it's not just about my mom. It's my dad. He was a caretaker, and being a mom is a caretaker.
He was the real angel on earth.
My dad was an angel. So thank you, Laurie.
Absolutely.
And we're gonna keep doing great things together.
Absolutely.
And we'll be back right after this. Well, Cecelia, I'm blown away. I mean, I feel so inspired. I feel like I just ran a marathon of emotion and of happiness. DJ's great. Laurie's great. Maha's great. Yep. You're great.
You know what, John? I say your tribe will influence your vibe.
That's right.
And those two guest speakers I'm going to start training for a marathon.
All right. Well, my wife says water seeks its own level. And I think today's show really showed that there's some great people, and they're totally different, but they're the same. They said the same things. So
they've both been beaten down and bounced back.
We all have. Everybody has. So before we go, we want to thank our sponsors. Of course, Rox Media, Finley Subaru, Dignity Health, Inspired Closets, Visiting Angels, the Make 100 Healthy Foundation of Be Organic Farm and Chino Valley.
Cast 11.
Cast 11.
Tony and Megan.
Yes, Tony and Megan. H2O Health Store. Olson's for Healthy Animals. And, of course, our good friend Ken Lane from Waters Garden Center. This is John Murphy, your Make 100 Healthy guy, along with
Sweet Angel Cecelia. Thank you.
And this is saying nothing but thanks. We'll see you next time.